Is held aloft. Umpires Howlett, Coates and Nash are in charge of proceedings. It's Sydney going to the right of screen with Greg Stafford. Peter Everett hoping to get the Sainters underway, but it's Stafford who wins it out of the middle. They push it wide. It's socked up the ground by Harvey. Down towards centre wing, towards this wide flank, and it's there that Kelly sees it over the line with the aid of Luke Beveridge for a throw in for the first time.
Daniels against O'Loughlin. It'll be a big job if Daniels can hold him. That'll be a big plus for StKilda.
Saints work it down the outer side of the ground. It sits well for Thompson. He's kicked towards centre half forward. Heatley gets underneath the ball. Drop mark down there by Seymour. Dunkley back to chop off the hand pass. Back to Ruse. Ruse, they say. It's not booing. It sounds like a boo. Out to centre wing. Maxfield beaten by Thompson. What a first season this bloke's had. Kicked by Thompson, well inside 50. Stewie Lowe! Stewie Lowe from 35 metres. Has goal!
That's Shane Wake. Then Ruse tends to take the third marking option for the opposition forward line, but then looks to be a real attacker, and that's what he was trying to do then.
Flips off the hands at the back to Mooney. Now Creswell near centre wing. Floats the hand pass over. Maxfield takes it and evades Lappin. Beautiful kick by Maxfield to full forward. A push against Peckett. Kick from only about 25 metres. They're still level the scores, and the Swans' first goal. Good kick.
Again, the Sydney defence will be able to bring it away. This is Nix in towards the middle. He wants Greg Stafford. He's got Darren Creswell going past. This should be a goal. He goes short and a little erratically too down into that forward line. O'Loughlin has the chance. He's got players screaming for it. Creswell's on his own. Cruise into goal. Dazard. And he does.
Well, they've come dressed in all sorts of fashions here this afternoon. I tell you, if it wasn't a record crowd at the start of the game, it might be by quarter time. They're still filing in. Stewie Maxfield goes all the way. His left footer is good. Good goal, Stewie Maxfield. 3 marks to Ruse and coming up for his 6th disposal. Goes by hand to Dunkley. Dunkley's kick. Well, fancy finding a man so clearly in the clear. Rowan Wolf. Towards centre half forward. Lays up early. Punched by Shanahan. O'Loughlin for the Swans. 40 out. 30. O'Loughlin for goal. No problem.
Goal number 20 for him this year. Can StKilda apply? Winmar hopes so as he gives it across to Burke. Another one to Robert Harvey from 47 metres. Harvey goes home and he gets it. That's what they needed.
Robert Harvey, they say, hasn't really kicked as many goals as he should have in his career, but he might have a chance today on a short ground. Bursting out of the centre, you're pretty close to goals by the time you take a few steps. Bays his hand pass inside the attacking 50. Wakeland gets back. Clash of bodies. Down goes Kelly. Cook, who's won a reprieve from the coach. The hand pass missed the target. Stevens lost it. Little popped up hand pass. And the ball's blocked up until Cook comes clear. Kelly caught in a great tackle. Sirakoski the tackler. The ball spills free. Through Cripps it goes to Winmar. Now Burke. And a chance for the Saints to rebound. Everett on the 50. Well done, Stafford. Well, it was Andrew Dunkley who used his body and took a terrific mark when Everett looked as though he had his name all over it. Ruse, short pass, and O'Loughlin marks on centre wing.
Ruse 9th possession already.
O'Loughlin too has had a pretty good first quarter. Bays in front of the eyes, but a long way from home. This is unfolding to be a very good game. Barry, did he give a shove? The umpire says no, so Leo Barry is going to be on a tight angle. He improves it. He bends it back, and up goes a sea of red and white.
Looking from on high, from the Whitman's lightship.
We see the 2 Swans ruckmen. Which one's going to contest? This time Stafford goes.
Well, Everett beat him anyway. Burke's kick smothered. Whipped over his head by Maxfield. A chance here for Mooney. He runs inside 50. Raking kicks. Wings back for a goal.
You can see the front of both centre squares. Not a player to be seen.
38 plays 17. Margin out to 21 points. Won again by Stafford, and there he is. Mooney. Some holding on there, and it's got to be a Sydney free kick. Their best first quarter against St Kilda has been 8-4. This flat-looking punt is going to bring them closer to that.
Well, Dale Lewis, you must have been wrapped with the start against Melbourne last week. This is nearly as good.
Yeah, Drew, it's the boys have jumped out well. I think, as Lee was saying, I think we're starting to dominate through the midfield and especially the centre bounces, and the forwards are first to move, and we're kicking goals for a change.
Well, Thompson repels and kicks for goal and floats it through, so St Kilda close the gap. They've had a very, very good run. Mooney, Everett and Peckett collides. They've got the numbers though. Finishes with Burke, who's able to give it away. And they should be able to run it out as the clock incidentally runs down. Beveridge takes the mark and cops a shove from Nix. Luke Beveridge between halfback and the centre wing will kick towards the wing area now. Roos looking to hold front spot over Winmar, but Nicky Winmar gets there. Gives it away to Robert Harvey. They've got time to score if he's going to be finding his mark. He does on this occasion. It's Peter Everett. Everett needs a grab, preferably from Stuart Lowe. He's at the back, and he doesn't let them down.
Downward balance, Stuart Lowe. Strong hands and strong body. And again, the ability to give the Saints the all-important goal after the siren.
It's the last kick of the quarter and a very important one for St Kilda, who's seen Sydney kick away, and Stuart Lowe has finished the term with a goal, and it's his second. Just what he wanted.
Well, he gets a lot of criticism about his goal kicking because he is a bit erratic, but at least he earns the shots. And today he's kicked them. He's had 2 shots, the first goal of the game, and then that one on the quarter-time siren. He's stood up to the pressure, and he's kicked accurately. Good for Stuart Lowe, good for St Kilda.
And he's closed the gap. At quarter-time, it's 14 points here at the SCG in favour of Sydney. 14 points the margin after Sydney scooted away with 7 goals in the first term. St Kilda are 4-6. And it's an absorbing duel. If you may have just joined us, it's a full house. It's a bright, sunny day. Everett wins it. He was down looking towards Robert Harvey. Didn't find him. Cook working hard. Gets a short kick towards O'Loughlin. He's forced to tackle Jack Daniels, who gives it away to Everett. Everett kicks in towards the pocket. But there defending once again is Paul Roos. He's done it so well for so long. Beveridge is going to try and spoil Kelly. Can't do so. The skipper looks to the outer side towards John Stevens. Gets a hand to it and then has to go. Jones was with him. Maxfield comes in for a late assist and takes it over the line. Here's Wolf. High floating kick and a great grab.
Actually, even in the little plays, the Swans look like have the marking advantage in most of the contest over the field.
Barry aiming to push it out to a 20-point lead once again. That's what they had. And that's what they've got again. He's got his third.
Back in the middle, 50 plays 30. Stafford wins in the middle, down to Creswell, onto Kelly. And Kelly really having an influence.
Oh!
Any amount of Swans players there, but nobody could take the mark. Barry having a big game, even though he dropped that. Creswell goes!
What about the recovery of Barry?
Stafford has gone back into the full back line with Everett when he went forward. Obviously Mooney or so has gone, or Stephen Carey in fact has gone into the ruck against Vidovic. We'll see how that helps. Certainly the centre bounce work of Stafford has helped the Swans dominate this game.
Nathan Burke takes the kick in, gives it across to Beveridge. Wider towards Cripps. He's got a little bit of time. Runs his full distance as he has a look towards Everett. Need a mark, they need a steadying goal. Nix is going to deny them that for the moment as he sweeps it wide to Roos. He'll chip out in front of Stephen Carey. The big man lopes along, but he's cruising, and he takes the one-hander. Stephen Carey, what an exciting player he is. In towards half-forward, Wakeland shoots over the top with a big fist, pushes it back again towards Carey. Zilla, maybe a little quicker. Flicks it in towards Winmar. Interfered with, couldn't take the mark, it doesn't matter. Harvey has it, he's 48 metres from home, he needs a goal, and St Kilda score their 5th.
His first score for the day, are behind, but it's 9-3 to 5 goals 7. The Swans by 20 points midway through the second term.
They've kicked a couple in this term. St Kilda is the one at the moment, and very keen to add to that to stay in touch. Oh, Carey caught one. So Vidovic, man on the mark. Kevin Dyson on for Sydney. And Stephen Carey shooting for goal. 46 metres out. That's okay. He's got number 10.
Back in the centre with umpire Howlett, and a big break now for Sydney. Vidovic rips it out of the middle. Low, clever, with the back of his hand to steady the ball and then mark it on the rebound. A tough kick for goal for Stuart Lowe. Helicopter spin to it. Last line of defence, Paul Roos.
We'll see that plenty of times. Third man in the marking contest, rooting the play. Geez, he does it beautifully.
Here's Shannon Grant. Up towards centre wing. It gets through to the back to Kelly. He's got a paddock in front of him, poor Kelly. Goes towards full forward. Creswell is there. Peckett trying to spoil. Clever defence, but it's still there for the Swans. Eventually Peckett. High tackle and a Swans free kick about 40 metres out from goal. So Arnott to stretch the Swans lead. He's done it.
11-3 plays 5-7. Saints not out of the trouble zone yet though. Shanahan couldn't take it. Arnott round the body. It's high. Dyson was there. He's still there. Kevin Dyson gives it out to Stephen Carey. Thank you very much, he says. And goals.
Well, the Swans have come through a spell of wet weather and have kicked 22 and 25 goals in the last couple of weeks. They look as though they might better it today, but Winmar comes out of the middle and kicks a top-running goal. Well, 18 goals between them, and we have 8 minutes to go to half-time. Couple in a row now would be handy for the Saints. Harvey out of the middle. It bounces up towards the 50. Low. Back to Burke. Oh, well done. Didn't quite reach Daniels, but he slipped the tackle. Now he puts it up in the air. Lappin. Got it! Matthew Lappin right in front. And that is 2 in a row now for the Saints.
And Nathan Burke. Don't know whether he's changed his jumper or not. Dunkley again. Tony Brown there. Rowan Wharf also. Up in the air it goes. StKilda desperate for a goal here. Snap partly smothered. Could have almost been a free kick to Dunkley, who was held without it. Didn't go very far. Jack Daniels. Now sometimes he's an interesting kick. Well, he comes across the ground and he finds ways of it. Still well and truly in the ball game. That could bring rain. It's high. It's just about got the distance, I think, that kick. Deceivingly high, but it's straight and it's long enough. Oh dear. From the throw in there is Vidovic again. Wakeland working hard. Surge it down towards left half forward. Nix is there defending for Sydney. Winmar coming in from the side takes the mark. A crucial minute and a half now. If StKilda could get another 1 or even 2, well, set it up for a classic half. Sydney, on the other hand, would dearly love to.
I was going to say, this is Paul Roos' opponent. Roos is back in the half-back line. He just goes plays his own race, Paul Roos.
Here's Daniel Healy's kick towards Everett, and he takes it, the big man.
Stafford had been the forward. He would have gone for the ball, but he worried about Everett's body and got out position. 45-degree angle. He's been watching Lazar kick, but I don't think it matters too much because he's got the accuracy. Here we go, second half of the SCG. Hope you're enjoying the coverage on Footy's home ground. Channel 7, Harvey tries to get it out of the middle, goes again, looks towards Stephen Zilla for support and gets it. Carey effects a tackle, pushes him away from the ball. This may open the door for Stewie Maxfield. Around the corner he comes, and he does it nicely. Well, maybe Stephen Carey's fired up. Looks in towards full forward. The lead is on. The kick was a beauty. But a very important part he's playing in this game. 4 kicks, 3 goals. This to make it 5 and 4. No problems. Great start for Sydney.
It's back at centre wing. Maxfield has started this second half in brilliant fashion. This kick inside the 50. Harvey there. Barry put on the spoil. Leo Barry playing a game. Kelly. Did he keep it in? Yes, he did. Here's Maxfield again. Raking kick to the top of the square. Bounces past Bays. Jones is back there, overruns it. Still a chance for the Swans. O'Loughlin, out he comes, Nicks, and he's kicked it.
Tony Brown awaits another opportunity. Vidovic wins it. Barry almost spooned it back with one hand. Healy soccers off the ground down towards Lowe. Burke now has Lappin running. He's also got Spider Everett. Good work by Roos. Had to defend and pushed it wide. Ricochets off Lappin. Oh, beautiful play by Paul Roos. Kept the ball in play because he knew he had a teammate there, and suddenly they're out of trouble. Wharf goes over the middle. It's a high floating kick. Jumper was pulled as he took the kick and just shortened it a fraction. StKilda defend. Vidovic on centre wing. Jack Daniels running past. Floats a left foot pass to Harvey. He's like a pound of margarine, isn't he? He can just escape. The Spider for his second. The left footer looks okay, and StKilda need more of those rapidly. Back to a 24-point margin. Justin Peckett looks for Lazar Vidovic. Finds him now. He's put a bit of pressure on Sirakowski and loses it all too easily. Kelly to O'Loughlin. Oh, that is very, very dangerous.
Could be 50 as well, I think. Yes, it will.
It is, and he'll have a shot right on the line, directly in front. A gimme goal. Michael O'Loughlin gets his second. Sydney answer again.
He's had a month where he's had a couple of 40s and a 36.
Oops.
Comes to the front to Burke. Hand pass is good, and Wakeland will get the goal.
Not, really fantastic kicks of the ball to set up teammates on the way out.
Stevens. Soccers off the ground. No. Applies the tackle. It's a good one too on Sirakowski. Locks it up there. Arnott working hard. Kelly again tries to soccer it out. It's taken by Winmar off to Burke. Almost smothered. Harvey. Can't shrug the tackle this time. Thompson. High kick. But only as far as Andrew Dunkley. Again, Stevens forced to stand his ground, and he caught one in the back from Stuart Lowe. He's slow to pick himself up. Winmar from Burke. Wider to Wakeland, who marks inside 50. So they are certainly staying with them. But can they get any closer? He's got to kick this first. Wakeland, a long bomb. Pretty good kick too. He's got his second. That young fan certainly hopes so.
Souvenir sellers have done well with him.
Well, I don't know about you, John. I reckon those free kicks are rubbish.
I agree.
Go.
Yeah. I mean, the high tackle was a signal given by Mark Nash, but they really have to be fair income, not soft.
Stafford towards Creswell.
Incidentally, the threes are 14-8 in favour of StKilda.
Here's the lead. Now he'll drop back. Barry, O'Loughlin, Michael, yes! That one could hurt StKilda.
Very tall player such as Everett gets on the lead, he then becomes a relatively slow player. If he tries to kind of give himself be a long option, well, then he becomes obviously taller than a direct opponent.
Chance maybe for Burke. No, he's got to apply the tackle on Wharf. Now Kelly can't take it, back to Lowe. Swings it back inside 50. Roos pushed into it, couldn't take the mark, but this defence, Seymour is in trouble now.
Free kick paid for incorrect disposal.
Yeah.
Coates's deemed that he had a prior opportunity to dispose of the ball, and we've flogged that term to death. But the interesting thing here is that I don't think from where Andrew Coates was, he would have been able to see whether the ball was in fact handball.
10 metres out, Heatley. And he's kept them alive.
But they've missed as well.
In this last quarter, StKilda have kicked 4 behinds, Sydney 3 behinds.
Peckett to Daniels to Burke. To Winmar. Go over the top to Heatley. They need a mark at half forward. Everett comes charging out. shoots from 45 metres, Peter Everett, and they're still there.
Well, this game building in atmosphere now. The crowd of 39,000 roaring for Sydney, but Zilla gets the Saints out of the middle. Mark dropped in defence. Wakeman the hand pass. Heatley bends for goal and kicks it. 3 points the margin.
But this time it's Matthews in the way. Back in towards the centre. He's got a player at the back and use him in Stevens. He gives it to Dyson. Dyson down towards half-board and Bays. Sydney looking for the quick reply. Mark Bays has not been accurate today. Doesn't try to kick the goal. Goes for the centering kick. Couple trying to claim it. And eventually taken through from behind.
And Rodriguez thrown the dice a little bit. He's put O'Loughlin to full forward, one out with Daniels, which again, Barry has come up the field and drawn Shanahan out. So this is an interesting tactical decision that StKilda have to make. Do they leave the matchups or do they think about putting Shanahan back to his most comfortable position at full-back?
Pick it again. The chant continues.
Push play.
Stewie, I think had a feeling he might have given the nudge, but thought I'll try and get away with it. He didn't. Dyson is a lovely kicker of the ball normally. Goes in towards the pocket region. An interesting leap by Leo Barry, and it's going to be a free kick to StKilda.
Oh. Mark Nash called player advantage then.
Yep.
Taken by Winmar. Finds Peckett. 110 plays 106. 10 and a half minutes left. Peckett took it a long way. Heatley in the middle of the ground. Pretty open forward line. Wakeland's there. Roos from behind. Brown flips the ball out. Healy. Ball bouncing. So close. Aussie Jones. Did he kick it? The Saints in front. Well, the Saints in front for the first time today. They lead by 2 points. A goal from centimetres out by Aussie Jones. Cook out of the middle. Wakeman Shane. Good hand pass to Burke. Saints have lifted and starting to get value on the scoreboard now. Hurried kick by Nix. Comes down to Maxfield. Great shot across the face though. And a behind for Stewie Maxfield, which reduces the margin to 1 point in favour of StKilda with 9.5 minutes left.
We saw that flowy back in the midfield there. Aussie Jones, of course, just kicked the goal. That was a good part. But he had to keep his body behind the ball. Hard when it's a bouncing ball, but he just let the thing get behind him. That enabled Sydney to go forward.
Peckett to Winmar. Almost slow motion. Now he's got to get a wriggle on.
Well, that was lucky. That was lucky.
Burke to Peckett. He runs away from Bays. Goes in towards Brown. That's an interesting hand pass. Wolf's got it, but that's a good tackle by Peckett.
Was dropping clear. He was there to be used.
Seymour brings it in to Stephen Carey. Carey goes wide. In towards the middle. Stevens not paid the mark. Winmar tries to go to Everett. Interesting. Heatley. It's had a big second half. Wolf towards the line. Does it well. Maxfield marks on centre wing. Only as far as Shanahan. StKilda go charging forward again. Into half-forward. Stuart Lowe takes the mark. 45 metres out directly in front. From 46 metres. The drop punt. Well, he's made a liar out of Lee. He's done it with ease. He's done it with ease.
Under 4 minutes left. And StKilda in front. A juggle by Wakeland. Brown from the pocket. Couldn't hook it back far enough. And through it goes for a behind. Tony Brown's first score for the day.
Just quickly, John, umpires in the excitement of this, they get the adrenaline pumping too in these tight finishes.
Yeah, certainly the adrenaline's pumping, but Dave Howlett's very experienced and you'd like to think that he'd remain composed even in this environment.
Well, Sydney running out of time fast. Over the head of Stafford it goes. Kelly tries to find someone. They need at least a goal to give them a lift. Creswell may provide the answer. Flat looking back to it sails straight through the middle. They're still there.
Well, the goal by Creswell was the Swans' first goal in this final term. They need another one to win the game. 3 minutes remaining. StKilda by 4 points. Indecisive in the middle. Creswell got a fist to it. Cook is there. Cook to full forward. 2 against 2. No mark. Play on. Ball up. Well, the 2 Swans players both had a touch.
And both wanted the mark.
The crowd thought I'd just give it to one of them.
Take a pick. Clearly not a mark. Clearly,
Two mark, but no one individual.
A team mark. I haven't given those yet.
Lowe hits it out, but straight to Creswell. Can he do it again? Not this time. Oh, everyone was out of their seats. Margin is 3 points here with 2.5 minutes left.
Imagine the pressure on Justin Peckett at the moment. He's got the time to kick the ball in. He hasn't got all day. Just got to assess his options. Go to Stuart Lowe. Pretty good get out.
Bayes floats over the top. Burke waits down in front. It wouldn't have surprised me then if he took it over, but he's kept it in play and moved it towards centre wing.
StKilda mark paid, not to Rowan North.
And precious seconds continue to tick away, Dale Lewis. Time is running out, Louis.
Yes, Andy, I thought Creswell might have done it again for us there, but hopefully we can get a rebound out of defence here and get one more force into attack.
Oh, this could be one of the last rolls of the dice. Sydney, of course, looking for a big finish to the season. I'd like as many finals as possible up here, but this loss could have somewhat of a psychological effect on that. Here's Harvey in towards full forward, Rouge. Now the attack's got to start from here. Paul Rouge towards O'Loughlin and Maxfield. Peckett flicks it back. O'Loughlin takes it. He's in trouble. Healy a chance for StKilda. Round the body, but straight back to Rouge.
Again, it's just a little bit lack of composure by the inexperienced player, just trying too hard instead of just taking his time and setting up.
Oh, not a good left foot by Paul Rouge. A tired kick from Leopold. Tony Brown. A long bomb by Brown has just about sealed it for StKilda. What's the umpire going to say? I think it's there. Oh, one behind. Talk about drama.
Well, I think everybody else thought it was a goal except the goal umpire.
Yeah.
He's waiting to see what's going on. It's either a goal or behind or out of
The
bounds.
field umpire still talking to him.
It didn't touch hands
I
and
think the
continue in
boundary umpire
StKilda's
was coming in
direction.
for his bit, John.
I think it's got to be a goal.
I think the boundary umpire's going to say it was a goal.
Here we see it again, and clearly it's touched and pushed forward. It doesn't continue in the direction of the kick, so it's either a goal or it's nothing.
It's still a behind. I'm telling you, they've just signalled.
Well, it goes on the scoreboard and that's all that
The
counts.
reason that would be is Andrew Coates has consulted the goal umpire. At the end of the day, it is the goal umpire's decision, and he's refused to change his mind.
50 seconds left and the Swans need a goal to win it. They trail by 4 points. Towards the other side, Lowe met head on and Stewie Lowe will take a free kick. Advantage. It spills out to Zilla. Long to the goal square. Wakeland's there. Spills off. Leppard. Great shot. That's the winner. The Saints have won.
And look at it. They are wrapped. And there's still 27 seconds to go.
Oh, this has just been a fantastic performance by StKilda, hasn't it? As I said, things didn't go with them early, but they kept hanging in. But if they played this second half out strong, I've got the home crowd, they've kept them out of the game because they're the ones been doing the scoring. And really, Stuart Lowe in the ruck has been fantastic. Finally, they've put effort back in for this last 30 seconds. But Lowe, his second half has been tremendous.
Fantastic.
Out in the middle, Troy Cook tries to get the hand pass wide. Stephen Carey swung in a 360, but he gets it to centre wing, and the mark is taken by Stevens. Stevens looks to half forward. Mooney and Coa down there. Mooney's the first to recover. Tries to sucker off the ground. It goes high. O'Loughlin's in the pocket. He needs help. Short little chip is okay. Finds Kelly. He's called a play on. The captain goes. Shoots towards goal. It matters not. He's missed and StKilda has won an absolute thriller.
Well, I'll tell you what, Sandy, you're just happy to be part of the game, aren't you? This has been fantastic.
What a finish.
O'Loughlin's